Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and okay, so very interesting news. We have very interesting news. This is just like a theory people are having right now based on two previous banners that we've already had. So you know, like the myth banners that we've had, right? We had a new myth banner for Raphael and a new myth banner for Xavier. Well, people have noticed that the corresponding promise that comes out has either Raphael or Xavier being featured on them. So everyone's speculating, right, that we're going to have Zane again in the next promise, which is going to be ending very, very soon. And it is quite interesting. It is a quite interesting theory that we're going to have Zane again. So here we are. This is Rhea again with a nice little theory, which is very interesting. So Sia and Jasmine says that there's a possibility that the next promise will have Zane in rotation according to the tradition that all love interests in new myth have been accompanied by their own secret promise. So I think it's an interesting theory to have, right? I think it is a very interesting theory because it does hold true for two of them. So why not the third, OG3? It would be very interesting to see another, myth come out with a corresponding promise. Now, I was thinking to myself, but this is Zane, clearly. Does that mean we're gonna have another Zane? And I was like, has that ever happened before? And the person who actually brought this to my attention is actually a friend of mine, and we both dived into Infold's Twitter and looked back at the timeline, and we both came to the conclusion that there is one time that this happened. So back in, let's see, January, we had this secret promise. We had Zane and Xavier, and this promise ran from January 10th until March 9th, and then from March 9th until May 6th we had another promise that was again Xavier and Caleb. So it's not something that they're not ever going to do. Maybe it's something that they're going to do on occasion, but Infold has done this before. So I'm not gonna knock it off of the drawing board here, because clearly there is some sort of way that this could potentially happen, right? So it is possible that we're going to get Zane and maybe somebody else. Now, I'm hoping that the person that they're going to pair up with is going to be Caleb, because if you look at the new schedule that had come out, let me see if I can find it again. If you look at the new schedule, the one that everybody has been talking about and the one that I previously made a banner on, Caleb isn't actually featured, and he's not featured for a while. So anybody who is a Caleb lovely will have to wait a very, very long time, which is very unfortunate. I do find that it is very unfortunate for that to happen. But let me pull up the schedule for you guys. So I'm just pulling up my Discord right now, and this is the schedule that I had shown in a previous video. So as you can see here, we're not going to see Caleb until November, which is very, very sad. It is sad, and I mean maybe the mixed pool, so maybe October, but who's to say people are gonna pull on this banner? We don't even know what it's going to be about. If speculation holds true, this might be ancient Chinese, or this might be the collaboration cinema entertainment AU banner that might come out. Who knows? But for sure you're not gonna see Caleb until November. So if we had the promise, if we had the new promise that comes out maybe the 6th, I think, the 6th or the 7th, I believe that's the timing here. If that's the case, then at least Caleb will be around. September, October until November. Yeah, So it really would be nice if it was Caleb and also Zane at the same time, because I would call that the besties childhood besties banner. Oh, I'm sorry. Promise. I feel like it's just such a cute idea. And I am guilty for buying every single one of these promises. I genuinely love the cards that come out of it and like the artwork and stuff. And also looking at how they're rerunning all the promise cards. If there comes a time where the promise doesn't look appealing at all, then I probably won't get it. But to be honest, I feel like it's a help. Like, if you're a low spender, getting the promise is very helpful in terms of like getting resources and also some pulls here and there. And it's just something to look forward to, I think. And you can also level up the cards. It's just more economically and financially smart if you want to get promise cards, you know, if you care about the promise card experience. If you don't, then totally don't get the promise card. That's perfectly fine. It's just that the way that they're rerunning them, it really sucks, because you're paying the same price as the promise, but you're only really getting one copy. And then you have to pay for purple crystals in order to rank up, which is so ridiculous to me. I feel like that is just such a cop-out. But yeah, just, you know, going back on topic, we might get Zane again in the next promise, which I'm very, very excited for, because I am a Zane girly. Well, you know what? I'm like all girlies. You know what I'm saying? I'm all of them. But lately, my favorite has shifted. I am back to being a Zane girly, as like the top of my harem. So there is that. I don't know how else to tell you guys. I don't know, like, Silas and Caleb, for some reason, Zane's just making a comeback with me right now. He's pulling on my heartstrings. He's pulling on my heartstrings. So that is my internal struggle that I've been facing lately, as of late. But that's pretty much it. So what do you think? Do you think that we're going to get Zane in the upcoming promise? I would be very happy to see him again. And who do you want to run alongside him? Is it going to be Silas? Is it going to be Caleb? Is it going to be Raphael? Who knows? Who knows? All I know is that it's probably not going to be Xavier. Can you imagine if a promise came out and it was Zane and Xavier again? Oh man, that would be really, really bad. But at least, you know, there's like a switch. So this might be, I'm hoping for Caleb. I'm really, really hoping for Caleb, because it just would be a cute promise. You know, it's not that I want another Caleb card. I mean, I do, but it's just, I want it to happen where it's a childhood best friend, enemies kind of thing, frenemies situation. I feel like it would be super cute. Anyway, that is my personal 2 cents on the matter. Let me know what you think down below, and if you've watched this far into the video, leave a snowflake in the comments. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do that. If you want to join and become a member and get you know, sneak peeks of my behind the scenes, and also get to watch all of the videos that I put out sooner than everybody else, go ahead and do that. I actually upload in batches, so some days you'll get to watch like 4 or 5 videos in a day when I release it out and I drip it out to everybody else. And also, if you want to join the Discord server, I have a permanent link now on my bio. So go ahead over to my bio, click the link there, and you can join my Discord server. It'll be really, really fun. I'll see you around. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye-bye!